Holy shit. Here we are in Detroit. This guy, everybody knows him.
Gjonaj. Enough said.
So we have just seen you battle Born in your home league, in your home state.
I've never been at this venue.
Okay.
It's a great place. The stage was a little smaller than their outside stage, so I didn't get to move as much as I actually had planned. Like that one bar I said 10 steps back to turn and kill you. It was 1.5 steps back.
Right.
But
You're gonna run 10 steps outside?
I was gonna walk 10 steps back to do the pace. Turn and kill you, dual threat. You know what I'm saying? But I actually that was fucking dope. I won't lie.
So it's been 10 months since your last battle, since your breakout battle against Gutta at the Summer Madness for PGs, which I'm happy to say I was in the building for.
Yeah, absolutely.
So tell me what it's like to be back in the ring, first of all.
It was crazy because I had 2 rounds already written for Tink. I was gonna go
Tink
down.
the Demon.
Yeah, but that fell through, and then I actually was going to take a different battle with someone else, but I didn't even want to give any credit to that league or because it's bad business. I threw away that round. And then I lost my fucking phone, and I actually contemplated. I didn't back it up. I'm the only, any rapper who's ever battle rap will tell you they lost some crazy amount of material. And I really contemplated. I was like, man, is that a sign? I dropped it on a stairwell, and my phone disappeared. So I was like, and I spent 30 minutes looking for this shit. I brought my brother out. I brought someone else out. We were looking for it. I posted a fucking sign, said $50 you find my phone, and just give it back. It's not worth shit, you know what I mean? So
What do you mean a stairwell? With holes between the slots? Or?
I live on the 4th floor, and I dropped this phone, and I have everything in my fucking hands, and I have the back of my phone in my hand, but not the front. Isn't that fucking crazy? I don't know if I kicked it over the roof balcony thing and it's in the roof gutters or something. But then I was like, yo, is that a sign I shouldn't be fucking battling, or is that a sign I should go back to the basics and write pen and pad? So I started writing pen and pad, and I was like, if I'm gonna go back to the basics, why don't I go back home and battle in Bar Wars? So.
Yeah. And a lot of your content in this seemed to be addressing your absence, and you at the end of your first, I thought was a really poignant line where you said, tell these leagues that they can't buy my freedom.
My free will is not for sale.
Right. So tell me kind of what it's been like. You had the breakout battle. It took a long time for your footage to drop, and when it finally did, it was because it was leaked, and then they had to drop it.
Yeah.
In that interim of those 10 months, has everyone been trying to get a piece of Gjonaj, and how does that make you feel if that's the case?
If you mean as far as leagues, contacting and that kind of thing, yeah, I've actually been contacted by almost every league under the sun, but I only wanted to do I had a very weird spot that I was in, which was, balancing the URL contract and, determining what I was going to do with. The hardest thing for me is business.
And when you say URL contract, that's an exclusivity contract.
Yes, so I couldn't have battled anywhere else. That was the thing. But I could have probably battled in Bar Wars, and that was it. So that was weighing heavy on my mind. And then, I wasn't really happy with what they had exactly planned. I didn't think. I'll be honest. I can't say I felt slighted, but there's all the people you've seen on Rookies Vets, and then I was supposed to do a one-off, and
with Tink at the
so
PGs.
I was like, man, I don't know. It doesn't seem like you exactly had my best interests, exactly per se. And I'm bad with business, man. I don't know what the fuck anything's worth. I don't know if it's a great contract. I just looked at it and didn't like it. I knew it wasn't good to me.
You don't have a manager or anything?
I do now. I'm gonna have my cousin just handles my shit now. He just his name's Tommy Mahaley, but he actually he's gonna be booking me because I can't talk to people the right way. I don't fucking know exactly how to not be blunt about it or haggle or anything, and everyone wants it for a certain amount, and they don't think this, that, and the other, and then it's crazy because you get a dollar amounts that people offer you, and then 4 months later, it's 5 times that, and then you're like, well, I would have battled for half that if you would have fucking agreed then when you thought I was fucking trying to haggle. You know what I'm saying? And then I feel like, man, fuck it. I'm not going to fuck your league. And then that's exactly what ends up happening. And that's why I'm not good at business, because now I probably was a good deal, and I'm like, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I'm just like, you do it. You handle this shit. I'm not, that's not my area. I never did this shit to be a businessman. I didn't do it for that. I rap. I show up. I do my thing, and that's fucking it.
Yeah. And did you see our interview with Diz where he called you out?
Yeah, actually, I did. I did actually get an offer to battle him, but it was on a league. I don't want to say what league, but it's a janky. Like, I mean, it had bad business, and there's a bunch of, like, I don't know. It was like kind of sketchy. I heard that they didn't pay people the money, and I mean, it was a certain league that he already battled on.
So it sounds a lot like
some kind of guy who got $150,000 to battle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You got to hold out for Cassidy.
I should battle Cicero if I'm the fake one. You know what I'm saying? Right. If I'm supposedly the fake one, get me against Cicero, right?
Right.
Fuck. But
interesting. And then, are there other MCs out there right now? Like, Bourne was an interesting choice because he's underappreciated, and it's kind of like when people are saying like, oh, Gjonaj Diz, you're like, nah, Gjonaj Bourne. That's kind of like throwing people off.
Yeah.
So what made you choose Bourne as an opponent?
People do believe. Yeah, the only hate I got, I felt like it was lack of belief that I could stand in front of someone who punches just back to back relentlessly. You know what I'm saying? So I basically wanted to show that I was among or beyond the elite writers that people consider at the top of the game and the pinnacle of their game. So when I looked at who I could battle and what was going to happen, it was like 2-3 names. A couple of them couldn't do it, and I was like, it ended up Bourne or Danger Zone, and I like picked between the two of them, and that's just who I ended up picking.
Right. Interesting. And who do you think won that battle?
I'd never think I lost. I still, to this day, don't ever think I've ever lost in my entire life. But it was a great battle. I did get him at the top of his game. So, I'm glad I did. I told everyone before the battle, and some people are like, you don't want him there, and I'm like, yes, I do. Like, I want great battles, regardless, because I've noticed bags don't necessarily move you up as high as everyone thinks they do. They don't. They really don't. So,
yeah, rewatchable battles that
and that's definitely a rewatchable battle.
Yep. Also, did you change your style at all? Like, I know when the PG dropped, there was a lot of a lot of buzz, but also a lot of people like, he's over emotional or over animated. Were you listening to that and taking that into account for this one?
I mean, in this battle, if you like, besides a little bit more of a direct approach, which was the only critique that I took from anybody that I actually took less than a grain of salt, because I mean, if 80% of the people fuck with you, you can't really fucking listen to the other percentage. Right. It's too small of a percentage. Yeah. So what I did actually in this battle, I fucking kind of did a very similar battle. To be honest, I went with except I was talking about his style a little bit in the first, but by the second round, it was kind of like my second against Gutta, Yeah. So I really didn't listen. I kind of did. I'm always gonna do what the fuck I want. I don't ever want to look back at a battle and be like, man, I didn't win or didn't do as good because I didn't do what the fuck I wanted to do. So I'm never gonna change it unless it benefits me against somebody's style. So if I have to switch it up for somebody's style to make it a better clash, or maybe I write something crazier that's just a completely different way of rapping, I'll change it. But until then,
they say in journalism too, please yourself and then please your audience. But
I hope they got some hoes in
yeah,
there. Yeah, I got shit.
Pause on all that.
For real.
Yeah. So we shut the place down. We're the last ones here. Thank you very much. Good to finally have a conversation with you.
Thank you.
BattleRap.com. And are you on Twitter yet?
No.
There's still a fake guy.
There's a fake guy running around. That's
still, he was tweeting
shit.
Tonight.
Yeah, some weird ass shit. But get a life, bro. For real. I mean,
you want to see Gjonaj, just watch his battles.
Yeah. Facebook. Seriously.
Boom. We're out. That's amazing.